There we go. The way it's supposed to be. You just have to push these in and reseat them. There's a little trick to it. So you can obviously figure it out. Here we are. We got the Esker stove. Here we're at Alouette Lake in Golden Ears Provincial Park. And I just moved because the ground's not level there, so I thought, what the hey, parking lot's just as good a spot as any. And these are, this is kind of what the space is for. So, first piece of the chimney goes on, always has your damper in it, and you can see I've installed that. And the other trick is, you'll notice that this hole is offset, and that's so when you put this on, you keep your damper adjustment out over the side so it doesn't get so hot. And then it's just a matter of putting all this together. It's also a really good idea to wear gloves when you're doing this, so you don't, because these are sharp edges, you will cut your hands. So, now this stove is the Esker Ontario 2, and it does have a an elbow for getting it to go out the side of a tent, but I didn't bring it with me today. Here, let me just give you a good look at this. There's the height of the height of her. Thought I'd try out my new Schrade machete. This is, I guess I call this a Pacific Northwest machete. Oh, see how well it works, see if we can split with it. Works good. Well, let's check, see how the fire's doing here. Oh, she's a cooking good. Trying to get some water up here to boil. And we're almost there. It's just about ready. Get ourselves a cup of coffee going on here. So far, so good. Burning's going well. We got it kind of cranked open at the moment. One of the things I wanted to mention, see these squares that are cut out on the legs? Those are actually called snow float legs, and what you can do is stick long branches through the front and back, and they will keep this on when you're on deep snow, keep it from sinking into the snow. You can sort of see it's dried out to parking lot here. It's sitting here. It's another good tip with these things is put rocks underneath them, and they'll get warm and also radiate heat later in the night when the fire starts to go out. Of course, the nice thing about these too is if you're older like me and you get up to pee at night, well, stoke the fire. Then the fire doesn't go out at night, no problem. The other thing you want to add, I don't have it with me right now. Well, I don't have one yet. But when you're using these, is you do want to put a layer, about an inch layer of sand in the bottom of them, or buy the stove insert or make a stove insert. Basically, it's a U-channel plate about this high, sits off the bottom of the stove. It just sits in there. It's got a bunch of holes in it, and that'll protect the bottom of the stove, and actually, so the stove will last a lot longer. That way, it won't burn through the bottom. Well, I'd say, whoop, we pretty much got this thing burned in now. It's funny how with that line on the pipe, it only burned up that high. Check it out inside. We're just letting this fire go down. There it is. I'm letting it go out now. And I did throw on a pot of water here and made coffee. So I've got the old coffee going. I've just been hanging out here with my good friend Brian. He's over there. Whoa. I wanted to mention another thing about the legs on this stove, the snow float legs. Also, not only can you support them with some long branches if you're in deep snow, but if you're on the ground, just for security, you can always throw a couple of these types of pegs in here and secure that down to the ground in the soil. Or if you even have it on like a couple of logs, you could put a couple of little nails in there and that thing's not going anywhere. Just in case, you know, you had like 3 people in the tent and you brought in a dog, and just in case, you know, sometimes somebody moves and bumps into it. It's not so much that the stove's going to tip over, but you wouldn't want the chimney coming apart. That would be a problem. Anyways, I'm pretty pleased with this unit. We've had quite a few people stop by today. The park ranger was by. We're here in Golden Ears Provincial Park, up here at Alouette Lake, hanging out in the parking lot. And even a couple civilians have stopped by and expressed interest in the stove, thought it was pretty cool. Park ranger, he was real interested. He even took a picture of it. He was thinking of getting one, so pretty good thing there. Pass it along. Anyhow, I'll have to wait for this thing to go out now and cool down so we can pack it up. Well, here we are at Alouette Lake, and originally this is a spot I thought I was going to. The spot of 1,000,000 picnic tables. There's a lot of them. So I'm sure this is an extremely popular spot in the summer. And actually it's been pretty popular so far. Today here in November.